Welcome to the History Rhymes podcast.
He goes back to Rome, does the triumph, and he is named Dictator Perpetuo. This is dictator. Forever.
Another great title.
In perpetuity. Mm-hmm. And the senators are...
So he's a dictator now.
So then,
it's for real.
This is why sometimes people are like, he's essentially the first emperor, but he's not.
Right.
That's Augustus. Is
Okay.
So let me go through some reforms that he does here, okay? And rapidly. So he's going to do the Julian calendar.
Oh, we love that calendar.
Yeah, we do.
So we're on the Gregorian.
He does so that they're going to... The Gregorian calendar is based on the Julian calendar.
Oh, right. Sorry.
But of course, July is named after.
Of course, Gregorian is after the the Caesarian calendar. Sorry.
It's true. Women are just getting Caesarian.
Yeah, it's just like, cut that out,
Then he does something nasty, okay?
Yeah.
And this is what's going to, I think, one of the things that's going to get him killed, is he expands the Senate from 600 to 900, and he brings in some provincial people.
Oh.
So people are like, what are these provincials doing here, right? Like the Roman elite, the optimates are like, this is exactly what we were afraid of. He's bringing in, Spanish and Gallic and Greek and all these different people to be senators.
These voices in
we don't want these
mix.
Voices.
Yep.
He then does more land reforms.
Is that really what it is, though? People, they're like, we don't want all these cooks in the kitchen. We want it our way. We don't want change. Yeah. Okay.
It's the elites holding on to power as they've always done. And what he's doing is he's diluting the power.
Right.
So he's going,
as
guess
a
what?
Dictator, he's actually minimizing his power.
No, he's making sure because those 300 that he appoints, they are now completely loyal to him.
Oh, so he's fully in charge.
And meanwhile, half of that 600 are also going to be loyal to him just because they're part of his party.
Right.
So he's going. It's we talk now about
has the best
what would be like to. Well, similar to what's going on is the reshuffling of congressional districts. So Texas just, changed their congressional districts. It makes it so that Republicans will most likely get elected. California in response is reshuffling their electoral districts, making it so that Democrats will definitely get more elected in. Similar to the idea of adding more to the Supreme Court. Right, stocking the Supreme Court. So if, say, I'm president and I go, okay, we're adding 4 more spots to the Supreme Court. I now get to appoint all of them. Now I've stocked the Supreme Court. That's
and they're all my buddies. They're here to vote for me.
Yeah, they're loyal to me.
But this is happening at the state level. So this is in order to keep states blue or red, basically. Or
it's happening at the state level, and then the Supreme Court's at the federal level. You could even go, if I expand, this is why one of the issues America's facing is every president is motivated to expand government and make it bigger, even if they're Republican, even if they're Democrat, because if you expand government, especially what's under the executive, you get to appoint those people. Right. So the original executive, you'd have to appoint 5 guys. Now you have to appoint hundreds of thousands. Right. There's 3 million people who report directly to the president, not directly, but he's...
You say how many?
3 million. 3 million,
3 million people
are
report
employed by
That's not even possible. Most business books say you should have no more than 6 direct reports.
I shouldn't say direct report. He is in command of those 3
He can tell them what to do if he remembers them.
Well, that's essentially what executive orders are supposed to be.
Right.
It's he's telling the federal agencies what to do. Right. But that has expanded. And this is essentially what Caesar's doing. He's doing executive orders. Right. He's not going through the Senate. So
Which every president does essentially within their first year very quickly because they want to get as much done as possible. Because as it goes on, it's a lot harder and harder to get things done.
Well, especially if you don't have Congress with you. But the dumb thing about executive orders, I'm very much against them. I think they've turned the presidency into an elected monarchy. I think they're not in the Constitution. I don't need to think that. They're not in the Constitution. Right. They've slowly developed over the 19th and 20th century.
And who let that slippery slope start?
It's like I said,
that was a good one,
even Abraham Lincoln had to use them because he's fighting a civil war. So Abraham Lincoln, in order to do good things and to keep the Union together, had to make the power of the president increase.
But how do they do that officially if you're saying it's not even in the Constitution?
Well, when you do, you set a precedent. So if you
someone just did it.
Yeah, if you do the executive order, like George Washington did executive orders. It sort of replaced the royal proclamation of the British monarchy. Right. And so slowly over time, every president just kept one-upping each other. FDR is going to expand. Teddy Roosevelt's going to expand the power of the executive. FDR is going to Woodrow Wilson.
So everybody's just slowly moving more and more to big government with an executive
and it's
executive
exponential.
Orders.
It's exponential.
Of course it is.
Everyone, it just expands. So you can elect a conservative theoretically should want smaller government, but once they get into power, they're not motivated to do so, and the government won't necessarily let them do it anyways. Right. Like Reagan theoretically should have. He was very much against big government, but he also wanted to fight the Soviets. So he's got to expand the...
Well, who didn't?
Yeah, I mean, I'd do it for free.
Like,
no,
honestly, if Caesar was around, he'd be like, the Soviets? Let's get them.
Yeah, he would be, and he would have beaten them
too
for
far.
sure.
The sandals weren't good enough at that time,
It's
and the
true.
horses were too afraid.
The
from getting
difference
speared.
is, like, I think at this time, Caesar's not just fighting wars for the fun of it. He's actually conquering, and he's adding to, whereas, like, the military-industrial complex in the United States throughout the 20th century and currently appears to just be fighting wars just to expand their power and their money. They're not actually conquering anything that would go and benefit the American people. Why are you fighting in Vietnam? Right? Why are you fighting in Iraq?
The war that shifted the perception of war in a lot of ways. Vietnam.
Yeah, it's the war that is just like, let's just keep fueling the beast. Let's just keep fueling the beast.
But they did it for what seemed like good reasons initially to stop the spread of communism. That was always the...
We're talking about Vietnam?
Yeah.
Or Iraq?
Or Caesar.
Actually, that was Hitler.
Yeah.
So okay.
Guys, we gotta
so
stop communism in
Caesar
Macedonia.
expands the Senate. He does these land reforms. He extends citizenship. So he actually extends Roman, and Roman citizenship is everything, right? Like
yeah.
remember Paul is a citizen in the Bible.
Oh, that's right.
Roman
He was quite proud of that too.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it meant that you had rights under Rome. It meant like you could not be just executed for no reason. You had tons of rights.
That's why his bros were with him on the road to Damascus, and then bam, humbled.
That's
kablamo.
Interesting.
That's in the ESV. Kablamo.
And kablamo.
A little bit loosey-goosey.
He reduces debts.
Yeah.
He reorganizes the provinces. He expands Rome's infrastructure. So this is all in like 2 years. He's doing rapid stuff. And he's just pissing off the Senate's senator, the Senate, the optimates. And Marcus Junius Brutus.
Another great name.
Gaius Cassius Longinus.
Longinus.
Decimus Junius Brutus Albinus. Not an American name. Couldn't understand a word. No, people focus on Brutus. I like looking at this character, Brutus. He is descended from Marcus Junius Brutus, who kicked out the last king and established the Republic. Okay. So people were calling on Brutus to end Caesar's dictatorship. And
he sounds like a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big deal. And
whereas
the Junii,
Caesar's kind of a bit of a,
yeah.
Would it be a dandy?
Yeah. I mean, by this point, Caesar's a bit older. He's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I think. And shredded.
A foppish dandy.
Yeah, foppish. I mean, I think if you shaved your mustache, identical.
Oh, yeah, totally. This is the only thing stopping me from foppishness.
Yeah, and other things.
Yeah.
And
well,
at
least I can dust a cookie.
What does that mean?
So you clean off your cookie.
Oh, with your mustache.
Yeah, you don't have to take it that way, whatever you were thinking.
People like, oh, my cookie's got dust on it, Jonah. Could you eat it first?
Give me that cookie.
Let's play telephone. You never got to finish your joke about telephone.
We'll think of something good.
So the coolest part about the fact that Brutus and Cassius start plotting against Caesar and going like, how can we kill him, is Brutus's mom was one of Caesar's top mistresses back in the day.
Top pick.
Servilia.
Mm-hmm.
She sounds beautiful. No Cleopatra, but she's beautiful.
Yep.
Bit old. But no, she's so you often wonder, like, Brutus kind of viewed Caesar as almost a father figure.
Right.
And Caesar and him were quite close.
Oh.
But
That's
Brutus
not helpful
knows
when you're trying to go and kill a guy.
it's hard to kill people. Well, is
When
it
do
hard
we
to
get
kill
to
people
the
you're close with?
stabbing
Because
part?
generally aren't most murders of like people you know?
Brutus was one of the
If
stabbers.
we go back to our first episode.
Okay, yeah.
He had it coming.
I forgot about that.
Cicero.
Chicago.
Yeah, so
Cicero.
it's like, I think all those women in Chicago killed their husband.
Oh.
So it's pretty easy to kill someone you know.
Yeah.
They're usually sleeping in front of you.
Most
So,
of the time,
all right,
yeah.
so a witch comes up to a woman comes up
Men.
to Caesar while he's walking in the forum and goes, beware the Ides of March. And he goes, the Ides of March were yesterday, you dumb. No. And she's like, oh, crap.
He's like,
no.
yeah, I gotta go.
She's like, well, I'll see you next year.
Yeah.
No, so she goes, there's this
She's like,
famous...
I'm on the other calendar.
And here's where we Shakespeare has this one of my favorite...
That's why he changed the calendar, so everyone
Yeah.
get their weeks
Yeah, he's
screwed
like,
up, and
there
they
is
wouldn't be
no
able to
Ides
kill
of
him. They're
March.
scheduled to do it yesterday.
We're going to kill him on the Ides of March. What is that?
What is it? I think it's the 1st of March.
It's the 15th. It's the middle. That's
it's
absolutely
in the
right.
middle, of course. Yep. Ides, middle.
I celebrate every year. So I celebrate from the 15th to the 17th. So I go from the Ides of March to St. Patrick's Day. Oh. I'm just obliterated the whole time.
Totally. Yeah. That's well, I do that too, but I didn't know about that.
I start with wine and I move to Guinness. No, you can't say that.
Yeah. Okay.
So Caesar is like
Caesar's
like, well, you're not drinking anything.
Oh.
Caesar, he's like...
You should do a Guinness on this podcast, because this is all Irish history, right?
Top of the mind. The name's Julius Caesar.
You heard it here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a Roman. I'm a Roman, Mom. The British.
All I do as a pirate was and then it eventually goes into Irish.
As we know, Caesar did fight pirates.
He did, and he got abducted by them, and he befriended them, and then he killed them.
Abducted makes it sound, he's like.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
They captured him.
Captured.
And
abducted is like.
Where's your treasure?
They're like,
give us that.
We're Irish. And they're dancing jigs for him, and he's like, where are you from?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're from 19th century Ireland.
18th century.
Sorry,
you idiot.
To the morons back home, it's 1800.
Everything is the 1800s.
So
I'm not good at Irish accents. I'll work on it.
And there's all these there's lightning storms. There's all these things. There's these portents. And Caesar's wife goes, don't go to work today, Caesar, please.
Yeah.
And he goes.
He was warned, and he went to work.
There's
anyways.
all these, now we're mixing.
That's why I don't go to work. I know I'm gonna get stabbed.
It's true. I've been the next time I've got people waiting. The next time you come into work, get them. They're gonna be these Irish leprechauns just waiting, just slicing your Achilles tendies.
Yeah,
and
they get me. That's how they get you.
Tendies.
Yeah.
So
right in the tendies.
So Caesar.
Yeah.
So this is where it mixes in with Shakespeare's play. History is kind of blended here, where Shakespeare writes about a fantastic play called Julius Caesar. Yeah. And his wife goes, don't go in, please. You're going to get killed. Mm-hmm. And he goes,
take drugs together to pretend that they're dead. But they actually kill each other.
Yeah, well, no. Yeah. And then, yeah.
I got it.
It's hard because you got Romeo and Juliet wrong there, because
I did.
Only Juliet takes the drug, and then
trying to think of it. I was like, boy.
Romeo goes, "That's what the kiss I died." I love the Claire Danes version.
I was just talking about that the other day, and I was like, I didn't get to that part, but I just was talking about the gas station scene with the guns and thinking about how cool that was.
It's so sick.
It's a great scene.
Glock 9mm.
Yeah, and it's like he goes to grab his long sword.
So everyone knows, yes, I did screw up Romeo and Juliet. I'm sorry.
But it's wild in the Leonardo version where he's taking the poison. He's already swallowed it, and they have her wake up.
While
he's like, he's like, oh god. He's like, and they was like,
back then,
the poison's quick. And
back then they couldn't throw up.
They couldn't. They didn't know how.
Couldn't. It just no one knew how to do it.
They're like, we invented.
Yeah, that only came around in the 90s.
You can't say that.
Really? Well, throwing up didn't start.
Who invented it? Name the person who invented it.
Who came up with throwing up? Oh, that's a good question.
It rhymes with Princess Diana. No, we can't say it. You can't say it. Take that up. History rhymes.
Find somebody else. Yes, history rhymes.
We'll just say it's her, and God bless her.
The history of throwing up. Anyways, go ahead.
So no, sometimes yeah. So Romeo and Juliet love each other very much. No, so I was teaching Romeo and Juliet to a bunch of English 9s way back in the day, and there's this great line where the father goes to grab his longsword during the opening battle, Romeo's dad, and the woman's like, "Do not grab your longsword." The wife goes like that, and he says he's supposed to be like, "What ho? Like what ho? Like why are you stopping me?"
Yeah.
And this kid's reading it, and he goes, "What ho?" To his wife. Let me get my longsword, ho.
Okay.
And I was like,
and naturally, I had to expel him.
This is my first 6 months as a teacher, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's gonna get a parent email.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that parents don't care.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And
so of course
didn't exist at that time either.
Yeah, so the email didn't exist. So so it's the Ides of March. Julius Caesar says to his wife, "Cowards die many times for their death, but the valiant taste of death only once."
That's what he said to the Ides of March chick?
He says it to his wife.
Oh, right.
In the play Julius Caesar.
Right.
So he goes to work. He goes to the Senate. He goes to the Curia, where they meet, and Mark Antony is held back because he's kind of a buff, handsome guy. And Caesar was not like, there was many assassination attempts throughout his life, and he believed in fate.
Dodge them.
Yeah, his little belt.
Yeah, he's like, oops.
Nice try.
That's it. If he hadn't worn the belt, it would have been harder. They would have been like, that might have been my body. That might have been my body.
Michael Jacksoning around. He's so he believes in fate. Like he believes in fact, he believes in luck and fortune.
Well,
and
we all buy a lottery ticket every once in a while, don't we? All?
The best generals are lucky, right? And that was something that fate had bestowed upon him. He was descended from the goddess Venus, and so he believed. So he goes into the Senate, and they had their knives, hidden in their robes, and they come up to him. They go, "Caesar, I have an idea for you." And they start I think it was like 60 senators start stabbing at him, and he's just like, gosh, and they're like little knives, so it's like, it's like getting just poked. It's acupuncture.
Yeah.
And then he sees Brutus.
Stabbing.
Brutus is there at the end, and he goes, "Et tu, Brute," which means "and you, Brutus." And Brutus, and she's just like,
right to the
I had sex with your mom, and then. I'm your dad. No. So Caesar stops kind of fighting, and he surrenders.
He just gives up.
He lets Brutus kill him, and he dies at the foot of the statue of Pompey.